Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3. The year's 1932, we are at war with both Britain and Germany, and the situation is very much in the balance, with only a couple of small engagements so far. I think it probably costs more than just repairs did, but that's still a better use of time than just getting repaired. Okay, so far as this goes, Britain has nothing off of our east coast anymore. They have a squadron in the Caribbean. I'm guessing that's about all they can support, considering they only hold Jamaica and Trinidad now. They've got nothing off the west coast. Nothing. Well, they've got squadrons across the Pacific, which we should probably act to counter. They have moved a bunch of stuff into Southeast Asia. We're going to move our whole squadron from the west coast, probably over to Southeast Asia, to counter that before they get too trigger happy on the invading of things. In the meantime, they also have 10 battleships in the Indian Ocean, which I assume are headed for Southeast Asia, so if those do all move into Southeast Asia, we'll probably just have to abandon the region for a little while we focus on chasing them out of our coasts. And in the meantime, we're going to need to put a squadron in the Caribbean. How many destroyers did they have there? 13. Okay. Let's send... Well, they've kind of got nothing on my east coast, so let's send some of our best, our newest ships down to the Caribbean. Oh, wait, I just took a bunch of ships that were on trade protection. Didn't realize that. You guys, stay. I don't know how to tell them to go back, actually. Oh, duh. Did I leave enough? Yeah, this should still be enough to prosecute the invasion of Nova Scotia. Unless Britain throws a bunch of reinforcements in, but they don't really have them. They have a battle cruiser and a light carrier back in Northern Europe. I mean, Germany has a ton of stuff, but they don't seem to be really forward deploying it at the moment. It's all just sitting around in Europe, which kind of makes sense because their only overseas position that borders us is the Dominican Republic, base capacity 10. So we're going to see if we can't just repulse their invasion of Venezuela and take Nova Scotia simultaneously. Even if they overrun Indochina or something, it's annoying, but it'll take them a very long time to totally eject us from Southeast Asia. I suspect we'll take Nova Scotia and Newfoundland and the Caribbean positions well before they can do it. We'll see, though. Cruiser action in support of land combat. Yeah, I'll accept. Yeah, that's what I thought. Carrier battle. Unexpected. Apparently they moved north. We estimate they only have one CV, though, so this should be winnable, although it's a little... Oh, boy. Why? Okay. No carrier battle. That never happened. It didn't go forward a month either. It just flat out aborted the end turn. Whatever that issue was. So we have only Fresno Spokane, and that's a heavy cruiser division. I hate it when it gives us our heaviest forces not under my direct command. Also, is this going to be a coastal raid in which they have, like, a battle cruiser and mine are mysteriously missing? Legend. Or is that where my submarine is? Let's see why else we would know it's there. Okay, Britain. Do we know what their target is? Well, I feel like we do. No, but we have a reported track. Head that away. It's nice to have aircraft. They do make coastal raids a lot more fightable in terms of potentially actually finding out where the enemy are. Oh shit. Found them. No battleship involved. The battleship never happened, yeah. Battle never happened. The gun club. Alright. Now, the report said 2 light cruisers, 4 destroyers, right? East, northeast. Well, this is them. I only see 4 destroyers, but there's probably 2 light cruisers in there. Yep, they were behind them. Okay. Say, as long as we're doing that, where is... Okay. We're only 18 miles south of the heavy cruiser force. If it has any sense whatsoever, we should run into it soon, but that probably means we'll never find them. Okay, those are both champion class, so they're pretty nice light cruisers. They're definitely outshooting us so far. Destroyers, please get into not that formation. And don't charge the enemy. Alright, there's a couple of hits. Oh, there's a couple of hits. One of them is slowing down. Oh, and here come the heavy cruisers Frederick and Huron. Fantastic. Now, if the AI knows how to use them in any way, shape, or form, we should be able to easily sink that damaged light cruiser. I suspect the AI doesn't, but we'll figure it out. Well, they're steaming in the right direction-ish anyway. Could be worse. Yeah, the Brits are in full retreat now because they're heavily outgunned now. Honestly, if the heavies landed just a couple of 9-inch hits before they screwed up and got out of range somehow, I'd be happy with that, but I'm not sure they will. I have very little faith in the AI to actually stick with a running fight. How fast are the champion class anyway? 31 knots. Outgunned by us pretty heavily, though. Really like to try to stay at the extremes of torpedo range, at least. Alright, the gunnery battle didn't start out too well, but we're definitely winning it now. And, minor miracle, but the AI is still close enough that they're not... Is there a British destroyer? Yeah, there is. Leave it alone. Someone's circling? Yeah, we must have hit the rudder on that one or something. Or it just wanted to charge towards Frederick and Huron. For suicidal reasons. Now I suppose I have to watch as it manages to torpedo both of them or something. Do these have... They have 12 above water torpedo tubes. Alright, yeah, that's a large concern, actually. Well, that's unfortunate. I assume she's going to die, but the destroyer dying to a torpedo hit is whatever. It's larger ships that I'm concerned about. Hit. Wonder how many 6-inch shells it'll take to actually finish this one off. You're the broken one. Where'd the others go? I don't know where the hell the rest of the British fleet went either, but if we could finish this one cruiser off, that'd be a pretty clear win. Sure, okay, she's slowed down enough. We really ought to be able to get some torpedo hits here, but we'll see. At least pick up the commander so we can get thrown overboard. Well, the, he hasn't sunk yet. Wow. He might even not sink. There are certain advantages to being 1900 tons, such as not getting completely annihilated by one torpedo. Wow. That's a pretty good salvo. 7 5-inch hits out of 8. Of course, the range is 2,800 yards still. Oh. Was that from a destroyer? I don't see any... I think that was from a destroyer. Well done, Lansdale. The gun line really has taken over. There's no need for torpedoes either. Just use your destroyer guns as your torpedoes. I don't know where the hell the rest of the British fleet went. I don't think it's probably coming back. Let's head for Portland. We could at least try to escort the... where'd Champlain go? Which direction is she sailing? Oh, she's headed for Portland, yeah. Try to escort her there at least. I think this is our first actually significant airstrike. Curtis and 14 Grumman Hawk. I think that's the... I don't remember my own aircraft types, like, at all. Grumman Hawk are the torpedo bombers. Curtis Seagulls are the medium bombers. Okay, so it's the Grummans that have a chance. because level bombing. I don't think we hit anything. And if the aviators admit they didn't hit anything, that means we really didn't hit anything. Good effort, though. Is there really a single destroyer over there? Who cares? Now, see, the annoying thing about... I really doubt that was a transport, but our submarine torpedoed something. Allegedly. Alright. I keep getting reports of a destroyer over here. I guess we'd better... I have no idea where that gunfire was. I think it was probably over here. Which makes me think that the Brits did in fact come back and are engaging the rest of my force. Champlain, you are headed for port, right? Like, just make sure you stay heading for port. You guys, 25 knots this way, please. Yeah, I assume the support forces managed to engage something, which I did not expect them to do. We're going to have to go back and help them out. I have no idea where. 1B? There's not even any Bs in the British fleet anymore. What are you talking about? I suppose they mean BB, but honestly... 1DD? Who cares? Yeah, exactly. It's not even sunk. He's making his way along. Or you mean the one British DD? Yeah. Well, they got 118 of them still. I wish I knew where these guys were bombing. Is it down here? It must be down here that whatever's left is. You guys are claiming to have hit a destroyer 3 times with bombs, with level bombing. I do not believe you. Unless that was what the submarine hit and it was dead in the water, maybe. We will find out shortly, because if it really got hit by 3 bombs, it's either sunk or still here. Well, I don't see anything here. Oh. Okay. Apparently we sank something. Good on you, lads. Oh. That was more gunfire. Good grief. Could you guys send in sighting reports when you engage things? That's the support force, right? Yeah. Alright, I guess we head east then. Man, even with aircraft, coastal battles are just such a mess. What? I don't think there's really 6 battleships there. And if there are, what the hell do you want me to do about it? I got 2 light cruisers. And now it's dark. Okay. I don't think we're going to find the support force again. I mean, I know where they are, but they're not shooting at anything anymore. Maybe it's time to actually go back to Portland. For real this time. By the time it's light again, we're going to run out of time, so... I don't think the odds of any further engagement are very high. I have no idea how much we actually killed. A light cruiser, 2 or 3 destroyers maybe? Okay. All told, we lost 1 merchant, which was just boarded and scuttled. Champlain... Champlain staggered into port with the waves washing over her deck, but is apparently still afloat. Great job. And we sank the destroyer Laertes, which actually was almost hit by 1,000-pound bomb, so that's pretty close to actually hitting her with 3,000-pound bombs. You know, aviators exaggerated a little, maybe. But she sank anyway from that progressive flooding, so not bad. And, of course, we sank the cruiser HMS Cleopatra through gunnery action. Yeah, I think Britain's probably going to regret that whole attempt to raid our coast. That just did not go well for them at all. Great. Spy from Japan. Ignore it. We do not need a 3rd war. Lightweight materials. Struggling with amphibious tractors. Dang. Ohio in dry dock and a destroyer lost. Ohio was one of the new ones too, right? Yeah. 3 months in dockyard. These bastards. How many submarines does Britain have? 13? They only have 13 and they've gotten that lucky so far? Damn. Yeah, the only ones with decent submarine forces are Italy, Spain, and France, really. Okay, well, they're down to... Did they scrap some battlecruisers since I last saw? Yeah, they scrapped most of the New Zealand class, I think. Honestly, probably they should just scrap the last one and declare the fat officially trimmed and stick with only the ones with 15 and 16-inch guns. Oh well. How many destroyers have we lost? Well, I was supposed to be at 80 after decommissioning the rest of this class, I think, so probably several already. I'm gonna lay down, like, I guess I should do a new design. But it's wartime, and they're 7 years old, though. Alright, what can I get out of a brand new destroyer design? Not 1,200. Let me look at what the tech developments have been recently. Where is their mirror? 2,500 tons, dual purpose guns, double gun mounts. Centerline tubes. Okay, nothing that spectacular, but we should be able to build a near 2,500 ton destroyer with... Why is this what the auto generator wants to come up with? Okay, well, minimally 8 5-inch guns, right? A backup fire control position, dual purpose, increased elevation, the heaviest AA suite that I can fit. Belt is unneeded. Should have depth charge throwers. Apparently 4 is the maximum. Storage, mines. Most of my existing ones have mines, so might as well stick with it at this point. Should have more torpedo tubes than that if we're going to go with this weight capacity, which is dangerously top heavy. Calm down. We're going to just make it real big. It's still dangerously top heavy, huh? Probably because it's making 30, yeah. Okay. We're still over our maximum topside load. Probably because of the torpedoes, but we've just got to put up with that. Could do a good gearing impression. Yeah. I think this is I could call it gearing. 35 knots, 8 5-inch guns. Secondaries, kind of uncalled for when your main guns are already only 5 inches. 4 triple centerline torpedo mounts. The latest in depth charges, mines. I wish I could fit more AA, but it's just kind of impossible to fit more. I mean, I could, yeah, that doesn't take up that much space, though. The dual-purpose guns are the main AA anyway, I guess, really. Just stick with hull. Oh, too heavy. I mean, too crowded, huh? Well, we could try instead, sticking a couple of broadside mounts on. Dang it, I thought I'd picked ones that aligned. What is it then? F? Okay. Does put us at overweight, but not that I'll build it that much overweight, but we could probably. What happens if I take the mines off? Still overweight. I wanted to have anti-submarine capability though, so. But if I just take another knot off the speed. 34 is still enough. I haven't actually seen any. Oh. Maximum 3 tubes on non-centerline mounts. Annoying. Let's just get back to 35 knots, though. That's true. Radar is potentially an option soon. Within another 5 years, maybe, if we're lucky. Okay, side mounts, 35 knots, depth charges, mines. It's got a little bit of spare weight, not a lot. If we really need it in order to stuff radar on, we can probably take off the mines or something. I think it's pretty solid. No, I have too many AA guns again. Fine. Alright. That'll do. In the meantime, try some work on that battleship. I mean, we kind of need to get 3 into surface if we're going to fight, if we're going to match Britain for numbers. I think we've probably got a decent shot in a head-to-head fight with them anyway. Also, I don't see where we're going to have that fight. Southeast Asia, if anywhere, honestly, but... Oh. Germany's moved its entire fleet into the Caribbean. That's unpleasant. Also, Britain has reinforced the East Coast a lot. This shuffling game we're playing is not really ideal, but I'm going to just send a bunch of these back to... and leave the destroyers. I'm going to send a bunch of the heavies back to the East Coast to make sure we maintain supremacy there. I'm going to leave these here, basically in hopes that we can avoid a battle with Germany and fight a battle with Britain. How are they fueling them from just the Dominican Republic? Base capacity 10. Very valid question. One would think they're not, considering that's 362 units worth of ships, but the AI's been known to kind of ignore those requirements when it suits it before. Now what'll happen is they'll get ships randomly interned all over the place, and their quality will be terrible and so on, but they'll do it anyway. Thanks for watching, sailors. I hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.